Charleston, North Carolina is now where we go. Kathy joins us there. Kathy, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Hi, Ken. Thank you for so much for taking my call.
You bet. What's up?
So, I'm 31. I just recently graduated college, and I've had experience, but I feel like some slight insecurity on like trying to figure out my next steps, and basically trying to figure out what's next for me.
Okay. What do you think it is? Because when I hear you're insecure about next steps, that leads me to believe you've got some ideas. You have at least direction. Maybe you're just questioning that. Is that what you're asking?
That, and sometimes, I feel like maybe, like the ageism. Sometimes I feel like
I'm not even gonna, no. We're not even going to talk about that till the end. I'll smack that like a fly swatter. I'm not gonna let you talk about that. Let's talk about those next steps. That's why you called. So what I'm saying is, it leads me to believe the way you asked the question that you have some ideas which way to go. Correct?
Yes.
All right. Let's talk through that. Listen, insecurity is always around an actual direction. You're like, I think this is the way to go, but I'm like, I'm fearing it, I'm doubting it, and that's okay. So let's talk about the direction, what you're afraid of, what you're doubting, and then we'll hold it up to truth. Go.
Okay. So I feel that since I finished college later, because I finished in my late 20s, graduated in my early 30s.
Nobody cares.
It was just.
Keep going. I'm going to swat that every time you bring it up. Nobody cares how old you were when you graduated. What is the direction that you're having insecurity about? What are the steps?
Basically, I feel like I'm lacking skills, in the past. I've worked in tech startups.
To do what?
For, if I wanted to do more Adobe Creative Suites, anything tech related.
So are you moving into what path are you pursuing? Do you want to pursue?
And I want to continue working in the tech startup. And since everything has updated, I feel like I'm behind.
Okay. Kathy, I'm going to ask you again. This is so fun.
Go ahead.
You keep telling me your fears. You're not telling me your direction. Where do you want to go? I know tech field, but what kind of work do you want to be doing?
So I wanted to go into government relations in the tech field.
Okay. So government relations, and what are you doing? It's a tech job, but it's in government relations.
Correct.
Okay, got it. So I don't know much about government relations tech work. So I don't need to know everything. You know it. You know what the path is. You know what some entry-level positions look like, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have the base skills to get in entry level?
I do have some of the base skills.
Okay. What are you missing?
And
what are you missing?
Anything tech related, anything like Google Analytics.
Okay. Here's my point.
That's one of the things
You got to make a list. I've looked at the jobs I want to do out there, which I'm assuming you have. If you haven't, you need to. What are the requirements that we're talking baseline here. Okay? It's just like going to a camp or something. Your mom and dad register you. There's things they got to do. They got to do health insurance. They got to do a medical card. What are the things that allow you to get in? And you got to make the list. And so there's a list. Google Analytics, Adobe, whatever the list is, go get those things. Okay, now we go, well, where can I go get those things? I got a degree, but maybe I need some more of these skills. So a certification will probably do. Okay, some training. I just talked about Bethel Tech on the program. I'd call Bethel Tech. It's a free phone call. I'd call them up, say, hey, I was just on the phone with Ken. I'm looking to do a technology job within government relations, and I need this, this, and this. Do you guys offer that in your training? Maybe they do. Maybe they don't. Other people will. Go look. Okay, I need these 5 things. How much is it going to cost me? How long will it take based on my financial situation? And now I got a plan. You with me?
I'm with you. And I think that was another fear. It's just cost and knowing that, okay, I'm already trying to figure out how am I going to work on my debt snowball, plus trying to figure out the cost of,
great. I get it. So let me address that. You actually don't know what it would cost to get certified or qualified in Adobe, do you?
I do not, and I do know there were some free courses, but they're no longer there. So I knew that I do know that there's currently a fee. Yes.
Right. But here's my problem. When I'm putting myself in your shoes, when I am afraid of something, but I don't know if it's actually true, paralyzes me. True or false? Isn't that true about all of us?
Yes.
You remember being a kid? Do you remember being a kid? Ever being scared at night?
Of course.
What'd you do when you were scared at night in your room?
Either pray and just be still.
Okay. Did you ever call mom and dad up to the room?
I have.
Did you ever turn the light on yourself and look into the closet to see if there was actually something in there?
Yes.
Okay. That's what you got to do here. This is simple, Kathy. I get that you're in debt. You're trying to get out of debt. But what I teach, if you go to Dave Ramsey's Instagram account right now, there's a video of me on the Ramsey show. And we're talking about how do you get qualified while you're still in debt? And the answer is, just like anything you would have to do in the baby steps when you got to cash flow something. You work it into your budget. You do whatever. And here's the, or if you can't work it into the budget, if you're that tight, then you press pause. So if you got to work a day job right now and get out of the baby steps and then go get qualified, that's an option too. But I don't want you to be living in this unknown because you're going to be paralyzed. So your only homework assignment from me today is before you go to bed tonight, you need to have at least started the research process, but you need to find out what those courses would cost you because the unknown is paralyzing you. As opposed to, let's say one comes back and we know, oh, it's $600 or it's $1,200 or it's $2,500. Once I know the amount, can't I sit down in my budgeting and go, here's a way to do that? Can't I do that, Kathy?
Yes.
Do you believe that?
I do believe it. I'm actually writing down what you're asking me.
Good. Okay, good. With that pause, I wasn't sure if I had a believer yet, and I wasn't going to let you off the hook. So my point is...
I was just writing stuff down. That's
good.
all.
Hey, here's the deal. Here's your homework assignment. I already gave it to you. I'm going to give it to you again because there's actually two parts to the homework assignment. Number one, get a list of the things that you need, basic qualifications to do those entry-level jobs in that field you want to be in. What are the list of things that I don't have in my tool belt? Number two, do the research. Bethel Tech, betheltech.net/Ken Coleman. All right. Other places online. Shop around. Who can get me qualified and how much is it going to cost? And based on my financial reality, how long will that take? There it is. Now the plan is right in front of you. And now you know what you need to do and how long it's going to take and the financial piece of that. You got this.